Hi guys, it's Civilian Girl Survival, and today I have a new video for you. I'm going to give you some choices for starting your protein part of your stockpile or your bug out bag. Works for both. So I have a few choices. I go off of price, availability, the need for protein. So I look at the nutrition facts and see how much protein grams are in there, and salt. Because salt, even though there might be few who have a low salt diet, salt is your friend with being a natural preservative that will make it last longer. So without further ado, we'll begin. Just a side note, there are other many choices of what I'm going to show here today. So feel free to do your own research. I actually recommend you do your own research so that you are in the know of things. But also, another little side note, rule of thumb when looking at any canned food, do not do any tomato sauces ones. It will be the tomato part that kind of screws you over in the end, especially if, let's say, 5 years down the road. Tomato, no matter if it says low salt or not, has a lot of acidity to it, and over time the acid starts breaking down the film on the can. I have actually seen very old spaghetti sauce cans that were like 20 years old that actually started eating through the can, and that's also the acid part also is what causes the swelling in cans. So I do not recommend any meat or any type of canned tomato-based food. One last thing to note is that with any type of canned food, you can eat them cold, but it is recommended that you heat them, number one, and number two, flavoring is going to be a big thing, like adding your own flavorings I'm talking about, which I'll probably do in another video to kind of help you guys figure out with your stockpile. So without further ado, we'll begin. Our first option is Armour brand Vienna sausages. Okay. I've had the luxury of tasting these. I tasted them with my husband because he's a big prepper. He likes to prep too. They taste like little hot dogs, basically. If you've had hot dogs in your life, which I'm pretty sure most of you have had one at one time in your life, it's basically that taste. And the only difference is they're in chicken broth and they're little. They're like, yeah, maybe that little. Okay? But they basically taste that way. And I tried this cold. I did not heat it up, so I bet it probably tastes a lot better than what I tasted. But I definitely recommend this. I actually buy these at Walmart because I feel as if around in my area it's the cheapest option compared to other places. But at my Walmart it was 82 cents. And you get, in the whole entire can, 7 grams of protein, which is really good. It's in the range, the recommended range. Sodium, yeah, it is a little bit high, but most of your canned meats are going to have a lot of sodium. But like I said, salt is really, really good because it is your friend. It helps preserve. It helps maintain the consistency with the flavorings and everything. But, not a bad choice. I recommend it. It usually is on the cheaper side. Our second one is going to be, I only have the chicken version, but tuna will also work. Canned chicken, and like I said, canned tuna will work too. You can get these pretty much anywhere. I get them. I don't really have one place where I invest in them. Just whatever's cheaper can work too. But one thing to note about the canned chicken and tuna, you want to get the chicken or the tuna in water. Nothing else. No oil. Oil will separate within time and make the whole thing ucky. If we're looking at nutritional facts though, this chicken that I have right here has 10 grams, so that's pretty good, right? I mean, that's a lot more than the Vienna sausage. For sodium, it's actually not bad. It's 240 milligrams. So that's actually pretty good, because usually the average per day is like 400 milligrams. It's like kind of the cut line of what you need. So, I mean, if you are truly looking for maybe a little bit better salt options, I mean, you could go with the canned tuna. I know tuna, because I've seen it a lot. Canned tuna, especially, I believe the brand is Bumblebee. I know they have a variant of their canned tuna that has less salt. I've seen it, and I know my mom uses it a lot because she's gotta watch her salt intake. But that's another choice too. But as for nutritional fact stuff, when you're in a survival situation, you're not gonna be worrying about, oh my gosh, how much fat is in there, how much salt is in there. Honestly, all you're gonna worry about is two things. One, making sure, food-wise, you get protein if you're like looking for a protein source. But number two is will be all across the board. It will put something in my stomach so I have energy. That is the mindset. Is as simple as it sounds. That is what will happen when push comes to shove. Eventually you will get to that point if you're put in a survival situation for a long period of time. You won't be worrying about diet, you won't be worried about watching your carbs. It's going to be total of what people have told me, instinct of just making sure you have something in your stomach so that you at least help your hunger and help your body be able to do processes and provide energy so that you can wake up the next morning and figure out your day in survival. Whether that's you have to go outside and collect something, just doing that, you need food. So, and after a while, our bodies do adapt to situations if we're left in it. Our body, I know some people do have limitations, such as myself, but when push comes to shove, our body does adapt, whether it's in a positive way or a negative way. Our body is resilient, and you'd be surprised of the capabilities and how you can survive. But yes, canned tuna and chicken, definitely recommend. My third is actually from Walmart, and it's the Great Value Luncheon Meat. This one does say less sodium, but it still has enough, believe it or not. This is just basically equivalent to Spam. It might not have the same taste as Spam, but it's pretty similar in its consistency and close with taste. Like I said, a lot of stuff, survival food, is all about serving it with heat, warm, hot, cooked. Brings out better flavors, and if you have flavorings set aside. This was like, when I bought it though, there was a deal at my Walmart, so I got it for $1.50 a can, which surprisingly is cheap, believe it or not, because if you just look at Spam nowadays, it's over $2, and I've seen Spam cans per can now of Spam, $3. So, $1 something for a can is actually pretty cheap. I got a couple of these too because I took advantage of the sale that was going on, but usually these are sitting around like $1.89, $1.95 in my location. They might be different in your location. You will probably have to check it out. But yeah, but according to like protein, there's 8 grams, so there's still enough. There's 510 milligrams of sodium, but we already discussed at length with the sodium content. But yeah, another thing I recommend. Our fourth one is something called Brookdale, which is the brand, premium quality corned beef. This is a little bit probably the most expensive in what I'm going to show today, and in my stockpile for like protein sources. This was over $3 just for the can. It is very heavy actually for a protein meat can, but it has a whopping 14 grams of protein, so that's pretty good. I actually have something that has more that I'm going to show, but that's quite a bit of protein, and that's really good. Sodium content is 490 milligrams, so a little bit over the 400 range, in the range, but still good choice. It is, however, on the expensive side. If you're really like a penny pincher like me, or don't have a limited income like me, so you might have to adjust your budget, or maybe like buy 1 can at a time during a duration. That's what I kind of do. But if you guys were wondering about the tape, this type of can, because it does not have a pull tab, see, the other ones that I showed all had pull tabs. This one does not, and it comes with this pull tab type of device to open it. Usually they're like glued on one of the sides, like industrial glue. Well, I was futzing with it, and I dropped it, and it caused the device to kind of pop off from the glue. So I had to tape it, because this is a way to open up the can. They actually have directions for heating it properly and how to open the can too, so you're not totally in the woods or in the dark, so to say. So yeah, but I definitely recommend this. I will say that I have not been able to try this one because I only have a few of these and I just bought these. So I guess maybe down the line I can do a video just trying protein choices to give you guys an idea of what it looks like inside. But this one I have not tried. I am not too crazy about corned beef in general, but I have heard from a few people I do know that have tried this. It's not that bad. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend this. So our last one is from Walmart again. It is a big can of roast beef. Now, the picture kind of makes it look like the roast beef is in like a tomato-based sauce, but it's not. It's actually in beef broth. And the beef broth is basically a salt broth. So no worries there. Most of the time, if it's in like if it's in its own like broth, it's mainly just a salt broth, to be honest, with other preservatives. So this one is on the higher end, like that Aldi's one, but it's still doable. I've seen cans go for like $3, kind of like the Aldi's ones, but you get but even though it seems like a lot, you get a good fair amount. I mean, look how thick that can is. I mean, look at this. Look at this, here's the chicken can. And then here is the roast beef can. It's quite a bit. So actually, in the long run, it's a good idea to get some of these because you do get quite a huge amount. The can is taller, and it is sort of really heavy. But looking at protein content, this is my highest, 20 grams of protein. Very good choice. Sodium is not bad either. It's 440 milligrams. So that's pretty good, you know, considering even though it's over 400, only by 40. So that's not bad at all. So yeah, I definitely recommend this if you can. I mean, you may need to budget, maybe only get one per time you go shopping or something, or when you have extra money, you know, but definitely recommended. So those are just a few that I definitely recommend, and those all I have a certain amount in my own stockpile too. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it was a little bit more informational and more insight for you, especially if you've been considering, oh, maybe I should stockpile, or oh, maybe I should make a big bug out bag. But these are like protein choices that are on the meat side. So if you guys liked the video, please leave a like. Feel free to comment too about if you have some other choices to recommend so that everyone else can see it. I'd like to see your if there's something that you guys really, those who stockpile for protein choices and meat, if there's something that you've tried or you want me to try something, that's fine. I can do that too. I'm always open to suggestions and feedback with everything I do for the channel. I mean, you guys are what makes the channel. And I know I'll say this more than once, but I do this for you guys. I believe there needs to be more awareness of having a set supply. I mean, we've seen a quarantine already. I know that might have been tough for some of you, but can you imagine how it would be if, you know, crap hit the fan where there was nothing? So, I mean, I don't like to get too political or anything, but things right now don't look the greatest, especially with the war going on with the multiple sides and our side. And I think we need to be more inclined to rely on ourselves, be more of the quote-unquote more self-reliant on ourselves, and protect ourselves to ensure our future and for our life. So hopefully this video is helpful with that, at least a starting point for you, to maybe give you more incentive to do a little bit more research. Also, that's another thing, I always recommend doing your own research, finding out more. There's so much knowledge and so many sources out there that will help you kind of decide what you want. But like I said, leave a like. Please subscribe to my channel. My goal is to get 50 subscribers. I know that seems minuscule, but that'd be awesome. I might do a giveaway based on that. I don't know what I would give away yet. I'm kind of thinking about that, just for 50 subscribers. But yeah. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe, you guys, and keep prepping.